called Space Rocks with YoYo Games, and I am in the process of following a set of tutorials to build a spaceship and a couple of asteroids and, the classic asteroid game. So I'm going to just show a little bit of what I have so far. I'm not very good at this. I don't play video games very often. Well, I don't play video games. Not opposed to it. I just haven't very often. So we can cause the ship to turn and move, and it's a little tricky with the momentum. So you've programmed into the movement of the ship to not just move and turn left and right, but actually to continuously move because you're simulating outer space. And then there's a series of asteroids that are different sizes. Right now you're just seeing the small ones, a couple of small ones, but there's a small, medium, and large asteroid, and as you blow up the large one, it splits into two medium ones, and as you blow up the medium one, it splits into two small ones. And I believe the next set of tutorials has we can create more. I can create as many asteroids as I want. I've only created 3, so I can go back in there and create more. I can change, so when I move forward, I can go super fast, and if I want to slow down, I have to turn the ship around and go in the other direction to slow the momentum down. Okay, so there you can slow the momentum down, and it's not very intuitive to me just because I'm using the left, right, up, down arrows, and my fingers aren't used to that kind of engagement yet. So I'll get used to it. And then when you hit the space bar, you can shoot. So you can shoot and twist. And the rocks are all gone because I've blown them up. Anyway, so this is just a rudimentary game that uses gaming programming language, and it's a really interesting. Let me turn this off and show you. So when I press on one of these objects, you start off creating, let me get rid of that. You start off creating a sprite, which is basically the shape, the object itself. Let's see, so we have these 3 sprites. So I'll bring up the ship sprite. So you're just basically creating the object itself, and then you can set where the center is so that when you program it to turn, it turns from the center. So I could set this, off to the edges, and then it would turn from the edges, which would be counterintuitive. And then once you have a sprite, you can go in and create an object associated with the sprite that basically gives the sprite some attributes. You can tell it what to program, what to do with it. So the same thing goes with each of these asteroids. So I understand the concept of building the game now. It's kind of interesting, these separate elements where the sprite and then the object, and then you have the room, right, which you're placing the sprites in. And I'm going to be learning all of these other attributes over here in the next set of modules. So hopefully really play with this. But this is a fantastic way for students to play with movement on XY coordinate with basic shapes. And the language apparently for game language is pretty similar. So once you understand some of the scripting, then you can go on to more advanced types of engagement using a similar language. So it's a great way for students to kind of see what's behind the screen. I think it's important students not just be users of systems, but creators. And so to get them started in the direction of imagining how to be a creator, these basic game platforms will give them a sense of what's on the inside, what's behind the curtain. And there are a set of tutorials that they can follow step by step. So I think once, if we talk about design in terms of space and movement in my art classes, and start introducing them to not just how to draw, but these future possibilities that they can engage their drawing with. So a gaming platform is an excellent beginning process for them. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off.